A seamlessly bright and mostly innocent 16-year-old named Mo attempts to navigate high school under the guidance of his best friend Zeke, an unmotivated yet charismatic college dropout. Although Zeke genuinely cares about Mo, things start to go awry as he teaches Mo untraditional life lessons in drug dealing, partying, and dating. Meanwhile, Mo's well-meaning dad tries to step in and take back the reins of his son's upbringing. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot back again with a brand new review, and today we're talking about the film that's available to watch and stream at home on Hulu, and that is Big Time Adolescence. This will be a spoiler-free review. Very excited to talk about it and give you guys my score at the end of this video. Before we dive into it, as you all can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my social media accounts. If you're new to this channel, definitely consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel, but I also really appreciate it. And last but not least, guys, if and when you've seen this film, I want to know what you all thought of the movie. Did you find it funny? Did you find it relatable? What did you think of the performances? Let's have some fun discussions in the comments below. So yeah, is this movie worth watching? Because we all know we might be in the house for a couple weeks. I'm gonna let you all know that by the end of this review. So starting off with the positives, I really enjoyed this film. I'm not going to lie, guys. This was a very relatable film. I found it to be funny. I found the performances to be real, true, and authentic to the situation they were in. Very pleasantly surprised by Pete Davidson's performance. Griffin Gluck, I've been really impressed with him in certain TV shows. American Vandal, seeing him in Lock and Key recently, I think he's great. And it's just a lot of good things to say about this film. Now, this movie does have the traditional coming-of-age type of tropes that we've seen many, many times more recently in a Booksmart or one of my favorites of all time, you know, Superbad. There's that relatability factor to it. And let's be honest, when it comes to these coming-of-age high school type of films, they all have similarities to one another. So it's just a matter of, do you care for the characters? Do you care for the story? And I personally did. So with that being said, I found this film to be very relatable because at any point in our lives, we can all relate to that time where we looked up to someone. And that someone could be a family member, a brother, sister, mom, dad. It can be a niece, nephew, cousin, an uncle, an auntie. It can be any one of those things, a friend, an older friend. And sometimes it can go really good. You learn from them. You learn good habits. You become maybe a mirror image of them in a good way, in the best way possible. And sometimes you have the opposite of that. And that's what we're getting in this film with Davidson's character, Zeke, who at one point was the high school man. He was the guy that everyone came to. He was the hookup guy. He was the guy that throws the parties. And as years go by, he's still stuck in that mindset. And that's kind of where we meet our Mo character. He meets Zeke at a younger age. Zeke was dating Mo's sister. They kind of had a falling out, but Zeke and Mo kept in contact. And in that contact, Mo is watching all of Zeke's mistakes. He's not correcting those mistakes. He's just adding on and on and on to those mistakes. So it's a really, really good story in the sense of you're watching this brotherhood because Zeke doesn't have an older brother. He has an older sister that you see them spend some time with, and they don't seem to have the most talkative relationship. They're in different points in their lives and, you know, and all that stuff. But him and Zeke are able to relate to each other in the sense that, you know, he has someone to look up to. He says it very early in the film. Mo says, you know, that Zeke treats me like I'm his age. You know, he treats me like, you know, not a kid, but someone that he allows him to drink with him, smoke with him, have conversations about sex and all the other things. So he found Zeke to be that cool guy. But again, as we see Zeke, he's not the best influence for Mo. So I really enjoyed that. There was it could have been some tropes with the parents, even though I thought the mom didn't have that much to do, Mo's mom, but I really enjoyed the performance by Jon Cryer. I thought that he was really great because at first he was kind of stale and kind of generic, but as the film goes by, you get more of his character. We all know him from, you know, 2.5 Men and most recently Supergirl, but I really enjoyed him as the dad. Literally everyone on screen, from Machine Gun Kelly to Sydney Sweeney, to everyone that was in front of the camera, the young girl that Mo had an interest in. I thought that everyone in this film was authentic, was true and honest to their character. Everyone seemed to be really fleshed out. Besides Mo's mom, she really didn't have that much to do. And there was a couple other characters here and there that you didn't really get as much storyline from, but that wasn't the story. So it was understandable there. But to me, everyone that was in the movie fit perfectly in this film. So one of the big things for me, though, was the performances from Griffin Gluck, who played Mo, the kid that has good intentions. He's innocent. He means well, but he has this influence that really kind of deters his path. You know, Mo learns from Zeke in regards to getting caught up in some bad things and kind of selling things and going to parties and smoking and drinking. So there's all that stuff going on with Mo's character, but you know that he means well. And I really enjoyed the performance that we get from Griffin Gluck, who I've said earlier, who I've been really paying attention to from American Vandal, seeing him in Lock and Key. I think this kid is a really good actor, and I really enjoyed his performance. But really, honestly, guys, the standout performance for me was Pete Davidson. I'm very familiar with his work from SNL, seeing him pop up in movies here and there. Looking forward to see what he does in Suicide Squad next year with James Gunn film. But I really enjoyed his performance, guys, because like I said, there might be some layers in the Zeke character that, you know, Pete Davidson was able to maybe connect to, but at the same time, I thought this was a really fascinating character because we've seen that character in those other movies of coming of age where you see the guy that kind of peaked at high school and they don't really do much after that. But the cool thing about this film is you get to sit with that character, because in all those other coming of age movies, you just see them being a jerk and you see them popping in and out of the movie. They're the antagonists throughout the movie. You don't really get to spend time with that character or get to know them. This film doesn't do that. We get to know Zeke. You kind of understand where he's at his mindset. He's literally the definition of a man-child, and he's just a funny character. I thought Pete Davidson was hilarious. I thought the dramatic moments landed well. He reminded me a little bit of Adam Sandler. If Adam Sandler's character from Happy Gilmore or Big Daddy were kind of brought into this current timeline, and also instead of forgetting the little kid in Big Daddy, he gets Mo's character as a teenager. I think that's what Pete Davidson was kind of dragging for in regards to that character there, and I found a lot of comparisons there. And I'm telling you all right now, this isn't going to necessarily maybe get attention from awards, but the performance I saw in Pete Davidson, give it 5 to 7 years, guys. I can see him in the same vein as Adam Sandler when it comes to Punch Drunk Love, or seeing him recently or in Rain Over Me, and seeing him in Uncut Gems. Don't be surprised if you see Pete Davidson giving a performance like an Adam Sandler in a Safdie Brothers film in 5 to 7 years. He has that type of foundation of acting in him, and I really enjoyed his performance. So if there were any negatives for me, again, you've seen this movie before. It's not breaking new grounds in regards to the coming-of-age story. There is a bit of a lull kind of in the second half, but honestly, guys, I enjoyed the soundtrack. I thought the film was hilarious. Again, I found it very relatable. I found it to be very honest and true. There's some really good acting. And again, I just really enjoyed this film, guys. So again, I know we're all at home and we can't go to the theaters maybe anytime soon. And if you're looking for something to watch, I recommend you all check out Big Time Adolescence on Hulu. I'll give this film a solid 4 out of 5, guys. I really recommend you all checking it out. And when you do, let me know what you thought of it. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. I have some other things on my channel now in regards to things at the theaters now, such as Bloodshot, The Hunt. I just reviewed a Netflix film, Lost Girls. I just reviewed TV shows like Devs Episode 3. Just reviewed Amazing Stories Episode 2. So check out that other content. And also let me know in the comments below, with some movies kind of being pushed back, what would you like to see on this channel? Would you like me to review films that I missed last year? Review films that might be my favorite movies? Would you like to see me do more YouTube lives? Let me know in the comments below, for we can keep this channel going and have some more awesome content for you all. So again, thank you all for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.